My name is Maneesha Paswan from Uttar Pradesh. Today's speech topic is feminism, a reality in rural India. Before going to this topic, I'm going to define what is feminism, what is its component, and what is challenges of feminism in a patriarchal society like India. Feminism is a holistic approach which provides equal opportunity to women, girls, to celebrate her individuality and her fundamental right. To examine the feminism in rural India, I decide some domains that are the women, those are working in the agriculture area, the women, those are belonging to the tribal area, the widows women, the women, those are working in coal mines and bricks makers, and women, those are belonging to the suppressed class of the Indian society. So first, I'm going to examine the economical status of the women in the rural India. There is a working hour is more than the man, but she is very less paid for that. I'm going to give example of the recent example from the Rajasthan. A woman, so she is belonging to the Dalit community, working as a manual scavenger, only pay one bread for 1 day and 25 rupees salary for 1 month from one house. It's very less. And the women, those are working on the coal miners and bricks makers in 48, 40, 50 degree temperature without proper equipment and with barefoot. This also put their health in dangers. They are working hard, but they are not equally paid for that. And you know, the 90% agriculture work were done by women, and women are working on the ground like a laborer, but not landowners. Only 11% women are landowner. And yes, P. Sainath had mentioned in his documentary that's visible work, but women are invisible. Means women are working on ground but not making significant contribution to develop her economical condition and not making significant role in GDP in our country. After that, I'm going to examine the feminism in the educational levels. Women's, the mostly parents, those are bad economical condition. They mostly prefer their boy child to educate because they had thought that if we invest our money in girl child, that will be wasted because she had got married, she had gone from our house, and other reasons of high drop out from school is in poor sanitations, early marriages in the rural India. And after that, I'm going to examine the health status. Because of drought, food scarcities, mostly parents prefer to feed properly their boy child. That's making huge gap of the health in rural girls, and the women are suffering from anemia like disease. And after that, I'm going to examine the political status of women in rural area. Yes, 73rd amendment of our constitution give them opportunity to participate equality in panchayat, but this is very less. Yes, there are so many things were happening in positive way to improving their social economical status, but there's a very less, like Manrega and self-help group and health schemes also. But there are so many things remain to do to improve their health status. Dhanyavad.